red stag is arguably one of the most majestic animals on Earth. All around the planet, the red stag is sought after as a prized game. Having had spectacular success in New Zealand on his first stag hunt,
Right there, right there. Oh my God.
Gus went after red stag again in Argentina's Patagonia region. However, the terrain wasn't conducive to a bow hunt. Nevertheless, Gus was able to make a great shot on a nice bull with his rifle. The task of harvesting a red stag in Argentina with his bow was unfinished. So Gus decided to make the trip to Argentina again, but this time, he will be spot and stalk hunting near La Pampa, and brought along his son Chris to share in the experience. Located in a far corner of South America, you'll find the queen of the Plata River. Her beauty and charm are reminiscent of the old world architecture found in many great European cities.
Having traveled to South America before, it was just an exhilarating experience. I just experiencing the city life and the hunt, the culture from South America was just amazing for me.
Yeah.
But what really got me was after my son viewed some of that footage, he wanted to go with me on this next trip. And I thought this would be right up his alley. He has been a professional in the industry for a while now, working with a large network, living in New York City, but I really wanted to see how he captured it on camera because I wanted to view it through his eyes.
So I had been on a few hunts with my dad at this point, and we had been filming, so I kind of had an idea of what I was getting into on the hunt. What I was really excited though for was being able to film the city and the culture of South America and the people. You know, it's just such a vibrant culture. I really just wanted to get the camera out there and just start capturing some images.
So once we get to Buenos Aires, it was time to meet up with our tour guide, Pepe. And I don't think he had any idea of what he was getting into.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Buenos Aires. Hey. No, he's my bodyguard. He's my bodyguard. Deal with him.
I knew I was going to hit it off with this guy from the minute I met him, so I started breaking his chops a bit.
Ariel, I like you because you're like a sophisticated gentleman. You're an Argentinian gentleman. This guy, where did you find this guy? Down the street? You're on the street?
Speaking of trash.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
So one of the awesome things about traveling with my dad is that, you know, just seeing how he's received in these other places. You know, he's received one way in New York, he's received another way in Alaska. What I didn't know was how he was going to be received out in South America. You know, he's kind of a loud guy, and I always get a little nervous when the first interactions happen.
Do you trust me with this guy?
Sí, bueno,
Am I going to get in trouble with this guy? Because I got a tendency to get into trouble.
During the
And I
night.
think he looks like one of these wild guys, you know, with the denim shirt going there, you know. He's got the whole look, man. This guy, we might end up in the wrong places, you know. I can tell already with this guy, man.
Affectionately nicknamed the Paris of South America, the sprawling metropolis of Buenos Aires is home to nearly 42 million people, 1/4 of Argentina's population.
The European influence here was huge, and you really say it's not like Paris, but in relation with the rest of Latin America, yes, it feels very European. Of course, the city is huge, and there are places that are not so attractive. But this area of the center, the Capital Federal, the Federal District, there are some very, very nice area that we will see.
So being in Buenos Aires was just such an experience. You know, like any city, it has an energy. There's sights and sounds and smells that you get to experience that really just awaken your senses. But it's also interesting about Buenos Aires because they take time. They take time out of their day to eat and relax and experience life. So that was just such a difference from what I'm used to.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, take it easy. I'm not going to rob any of your stuff. You ain't got to hide it.
I don't believe it.
I'm not going to rob you because I'm from New York, man. Don't give me that. I'm not going to rob your stuff.
One of the first things we did is get some lunch, and Pepe knocked it out of the park with this one. So we go to this restaurant, we're all telling stories and checking out the barbecue pits. Just amazing.
Very good.
But before I know it, I'm following Pepe down the basement through a little narrow hallway. This guy taking to a back room here. I don't know what he's got going on.
Speakeasy?
Turns out to be a fantastic wine cellar. We spent some time going over the different wines. It was excellent.
Being at the restaurant was an experience all its own. I didn't feel like I was in South America. I felt like I was in Europe. The meat roasting in the window, the smells, the wine, it was really just such an experience to take in. So being behind the camera there, it really just gave me an opportunity to capture something differently than what I'm used to.
Buenos Aires is such a cool place. We met a bunch of different people and every day was great. The culture there was fantastic. We walked around the market. We ended up finding a couple of tango dancers.
I'm gonna pass on tango, but it's okay. You guys do tango. You do it?
Where are you from, sir?
New York.
New York.
But they had this guy along with them. I guess he was their DJ, I don't know. This guy looks up and says, New York City, with this attitude. So I had to call him out, man. You can't be doing that. You know, I'm from New York and I'm taking offense to it. At least if you're gonna do it, you're gonna have to do it to my face.
Well, you said that with a look on your face. You don't like New York? You don't like New York? Is that what it was?
I guess I made him a little nervous because he just kept cranking up the tango music.
How do you not like New York? This guy gets a look on his face when he's talking about New York.
Another interesting part of that experience was getting to capture those tango dancers. You know, I'm constantly filming animals and nature and things along those lines, but one of the things that you don't really get to film is people in motion, and that was just awesome to see, and somebody who has a craft like that and be able to do that out in the open and share that with everyone, and for me to be able to capture that was just awesome.
So after the dances were finished, we wandered back through the market and found a vendor with mate tea. Mate tea is a traditional drink made from dried leaves steeped in hot water. Traditionally, mate is consumed from a small gourd through a metal straw.
It's very good for the health. And you can drink with sugar, with honey.
Delicious, Bob.
The first time I tried mate tea was in Patagonia with all the gauchos. And seeing it in the market brought back all those good memories. So I had to get one of the cameramen, Matt, to try it.
Oh, wow.
Now, I got to try mate tea when my dad had brought it back from his first trip, so I knew to stay away from it, but getting to see Matt's face when he got to try it was priceless.
Almost tastes like tobacco.
No, finish it, man. You gotta finish, man.
I can't.
Dude, that's lightweight. That's
what?
It's too much for you.
Yeah.
No, don't worry, it's okay.
You gotta finish it, man.
My stomach.
So after a great day in Buenos Aires, it was time to pack up all the gear and get ready for the 7-hour bus ride to our pickup for camp. But this wasn't just any bus.
Going to La Pampa, to the bus. 7-hour bus ride. Only in Argentina.
That double-decker bus was like a hotel on wheels. I mean, we laid out for 7 hours and relaxed on our way out to the hunt. So really, this was like heaven.
"500 miles southwest of Buenos Aires, near La Pampa, is a 25,000-acre bow hunter's paradise.
This is one of the original spots where the red stag were first introduced into Argentina. And from there, they've spread throughout the country. The people are unbelievable. The places, I just can't explain it, man. I'm so pumped from being here. What a contrast from being in Buenos Aires in the city to come out here and just really, this is the part of Argentina I look forward to. So I'm really anxious to get this hunt started.
If you're looking to hunt red stag in Argentina, then look no further than Patagonia Ranch.
So when we got to the ranch, you know, the ranch itself, as soon as you stepped onto the property, had a heartbeat of its own. You know, I knew we were going to be there for 10 days, but honestly, when we got there, it was as if you were part of that ranch. We were there for 10 days. This was going to be our home, and we were part of this ecosystem. So I was just super excited to be a part of it, to get to experience that history of the gauchos that were there and the people that were there before us.